I
You
will
still
say,
doing tournaments and all that, right?
Yeah, I host a tournament, so I have to be there.
yeah, he
It's
does
like,
a lot
nah,
of shit. He does a lot of shit. He be busy.
Sweet.
But it's really just my full-time fucking job
Yeah.
that I don't want, but I have to have.
Aren't we all trying to get away from it? I've been trying to get in coding so I can get into freelance work my damn self. It's just
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm trying to head to. I think.
Are you just code too?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna try it because I'm tired of this. I'm so tired every day.
To me, man. It'll get
I'm
you
just
there.
so tired every day. I stay up so late trying to get shit done because I have to.
Right.
And then I have to work. Yeah. And then I have to come home and I have a baby and I have a wife.
Me too. Yeah.
And I'm just
it's
tired.
It's a lot, bro. You be
I try
doing a
to
lot
make
of
it
shit.
work though. The way it works for me is that I've always been a night owl and stuff. So I come home, I take care of my wife, I take care of my son, and then like from 12 a.m. to like 4 a.m. in the morning, I am just literally working on the things I like.
That's pretty much me too right now. How old is your kid?
He's about to hit 1 tomorrow. His birthday's tomorrow.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
My kid's birthday's September 20th, and he's turning 1.
Hey, September,
that's so nuts.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's some Christmas babies.
Yeah, you already know.
That was my Christmas present.
Exactly. And then I come close to my birthday. My birthday was last month. Then I got a son.
I understand. Oh, when's your birthday?
August 15th.
Mine's August 25th. This is wild, bro.
Yeah, twins. Yeah, man.
How is that being a father, man?
Oh, I love it.
Meet a lot of fathers nowadays.
Yeah.
I stay such a hermit nowadays. Like I barely even communicate with anybody.
Yeah, pretty much. I love that shit, but a lot of people have told me a lot of things that just aren't true. So
yeah, people kind of hyped it up. They're like, "Oh man, you won't have no time. You can't do anything."
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this baby doesn't do shit.
No shit. I just gotta feed it, change the bottle. Yeah. He chills with me, and I do the things I do. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just chilling.
Yeah, most of the time.
And I mean, I'm sure it gets worse, but not really.
Yeah, not really. You guys have terrible twos, but
they're just humans, so they just figure it out eventually, right? You have to teach. Yeah, you have to teach them shit, obviously, but they still shouldn't. It's you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm here.
Like you can't really teach a kid anything. They're just gonna do it, and then you have to like tell them that's not the right thing or the wrong thing. But they might do it anyway. So it's just like
yeah,
it's a process, G.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. Glad to be talking to you, though, man. I sit here and I come into I watch all the videos. I watch, your personal Isaac. I watch Big Gang Theory. I stay tuned with you guys, but I just haven't been able to like come in and stuff,
Yeah, man. I feel that.
Yeah, last debate, I was sitting there just ringing, goddamn, like I just wanted to say something. I forgot old dude name. Is that him right here?
Oh no, Cam.
Is it Cam, the one that was like really
the one with the beard,
leading the conversations for real? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wanted to come in so bad. I was watching the video. I watched that video twice, dog, because I was just sitting there and I was just like, damn, man, I really want to say my shit in there. Like, I ain't gonna bring up old shit. We'll have podcasts in the future and stuff, but I was just like, man, y'all really going on deep shit. And I like deep shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like small convos and stuff. I like talking about the real important shit. I don't really talking, I was like, man, this is where I need to be.
That would be lit as fuck if we can get Raheem, we get Q, we get Cam, and then to get the boys together. That'd be nasty. We'd have to have a lot of moderation. We had to take turns speaking, mute each other. Like we had to do some crazy.
I will suggest that, man.
You gotta raise your hand to speak.
Yeah, exactly. I will suggest that. There's a lot. Like we're all men, and like I explained to one of my friends the other day, as men, we do cut each other off. That's just how it's always worked since all the time and stuff.
Absolutely.
But with it being a podcast, there got to be a point where you kind of got to let the other person finish their sentences, you know what I'm saying, before they can get on to the next thing. That's literally the only thing I can really say that was just like, as a viewer, I was like,
Yeah, that's why I stayed shut a lot, because you couldn't, it was hard to slip something in.
Cam was going off, and me and Isaac actually talked about it after the fact, and we agreed that like if we were going to continue to do this, we needed to have some moderation. So
yeah, but either way, I still fuck with them. I like that energy though. I still fuck with them regardless, just because.
It was amazing. It was like one of the greatest conversations I've had with somebody.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Right,
just
but it was
really
just
real.
I wanted to hear Magic talk. I wanted just to hear, Isaac talk. I just want to hear like the other point of views, but like y'all get like halfway through a sentence, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, let me tell you, how about this? How about this? Like, okay,
I got something for that, and you're like, bro.
Exactly. Let him finish.
I'm like, I understand, but we're like I was saying, we're still in beta.
Right. I'm here for it, man. Like, I'm 100% here for it. I love it, man. I ain't talked to you guys in years, but I knew, like, when I used to talk to you guys, like, y'all really had a level of intellect that I could, have conversations with. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that many in the world that, actually does their research, actually, has a clear understanding of at least their viewpoint on things. You know what I'm saying? Informed, like, you don't really get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I found, I started podcasting, I know when we used to talk and stuff, I was like, man, I used to love having a conversation with Isaac. He was real deep. Oh, man, I remember talking to Magic, man. He's real deep. Like, it's way more than what you would expect you would get. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me listen into this shit.
That's kind of why I started doing, like, content in general. Because I was like, you know what? I talk a lot. And I got a lot of shit to say, and people don't care. And I'm like, I'm just gonna people like to hear me speak sometimes. So I'm just gonna fucking make content.
Yeah, and I really got into it from talking to people about like, just social commentary during this whole election cycle and everything. I just realized it was something I really enjoyed a lot. Actually,
by the way.
Yeah, it's all fucked. It's all fucked, bro. At this point, I don't even know what to say. Like,
I hate it.
Sometimes
like I said,
about that kind of stuff. I have a lot more shit to say, but not about Joe Biden. We all know what it is.
Points. We're leading into a communist America. We're slowly getting to there, dog, with the way, and it's not nothing that's gonna happen fast, man. It's slowly social conditioning, man. And I see it within my own family and friends, dog, and it's scary as fuck.
Oh yeah,
it really is scary as hell.
I second that.
Like, I understand, like, don't get me wrong, like I tell other people, I understand that capitalism has its negative points, but you also have to understand that, yes, you can be empathetic, but be realistic at the same time of it, man. There's always going to be poor. You get what I'm saying? There's always going to be poor. There's always going to be rich. And yes, there's going to be strong differences between the poor and the rich, whatnot. But like I tell primarily my black community now is that compared to your ancestors or compared to the people before you and stuff, you have an opportunity. A lot of people didn't have opportunity and stuff, but you can start a business. You can try it. No one said things are going to be easy if you're trying to be rich like Jeff Bezos or, all these different people, but you have to work for it. I mean, I don't know what to tell people. Like, my point of view is like a lot of people, I don't even know how I got into this. I'm sorry. Goddamn. But a lot of people are like really fucking lazy, man. Like,
yeah, it's inequality of output. So when you have that, you're always going to have inequality, which is just a natural order of life. It's just there's
but what they're advocating for is equity.
Yes.
Which is equality of outcome instead of equality of opportunity. Yeah, because equality of outcome is not real.
That's like talking about feminism, dog.
Yeah.
Feminists always say, oh, we're equal until we tell you to get a gun and go to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're like, oh, wait,
or anything as simple as laying bricks.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't just have to be going to war. It's just like, hey, do you want to be?
I'm just going to the extreme, but yeah.
Yeah, this is something Jordan Peterson talks about a lot. He's like, if you want to talk about equal representation, then I want to see equal representation in all forms. Like, I want to see women out there laying bricks. I want to see them cutting grass. Taking out trash, being trash men. Like, I want to see that. No, you just want to be girl bosses. You just want to work in corporate. You just want to be or administrators. Yeah, data entry. You don't want to do any manual labor. Like, what?
But most of the time, they're not even that happy once they get to that point.
Of course they're not, because that's not what fulfills women. What fulfills women is having children. And that's it.
I recommend you guys. I don't know how you guys all feel about, everyone has their own personal religions. I understand that, but I really recommend everybody to, if you do like to read, I've kind of talked to my friend the other day. I realized like a lot of people don't like to read, but I do recommend you guys to read the book, The Naked Ape by Devin Morris and stuff. So that book, it pretty much it looks from a zoologist's point of view on the human species. It takes away our human error. He fought himself and other people to not look at us with our human arrogance, you know what I'm saying? And started to look at us like how we formed as a species and how the things that we do today that were still like millions of years ago, that we're still even acting nowadays. Our mating rituals, the way our body works, the way we, have our social constructs and whatnot. And one of the biggest things is the book was written in 1940, but it's still applauded today in 2022 is because a lot of those things he's mentioned about our species still holds true today. And one of the biggest problems is that we're moving faster with technology than our species can really handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're kind of going a little bit too fast for ourselves. But like I said, I don't want to go. I can literally talk about this shit for like hours and stuff. But just to sum it up, it's a book you want to read if you want to understand yourself as a human, past your ego, past all this different stuff, the things that motivate you, the things, our history or the way we came through. But like I said, a lot of people did not like that book and stuff because, we have Christians, we have Buddhists, we have all these different things and stuff. But if you take it out of there and you look at us from our species and the things that we have recorded for ourselves through science for millions of years and stuff, and the way we developed and stuff, man, you learn a lot, man. You learn a lot from it.
Oh yeah, we're very reactionary animals.
Yes. Yeah, bro, we started from the trees, bro. And then we came down here to the ground. And then we went from just picking, fruits and stuff. Because we were monkeys, we're Homo sapiens. But the things that make us different from other Homo sapiens is, we have naked skin. We have one of the biggest penises. We're one of the first few animals to make weapons. That's what makes us superior, animals and whatnot compared to everybody else. But like I've talked to another people, a lot of people don't like to believe that we're animals. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to think that.
I've literally heard people say humans aren't animals. And I'm like, what?
What? Yes, we are. Yes, we can talk to each other. We can communicate. We're doing all this stuff. Yes, but we're still animals, just like, a monkey or a sloth or whatever. We're just way more. We're just a superior species. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? In our human arrogance, we have all these different emotions. Like, you can't tell a Komodo dragon not to kill this monkey, you know what I'm saying? Because what about his family? But humans could think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just very different. But like I said, it's called The Naked Ape by Devin Morris. I highly recommend y'all if y'all do like to read and stuff. It's a very good book to kind of learn yourself as a human and the things that you came from. Because like he said himself in the book, like, he had to take himself out of it, man, because that's just how we naturally are. We're very arrogant creatures, you know what I'm saying? But to really look at like how we formed over the times and, who we are, what actually motivates us to do the things that we do and stuff, man, you learn a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are motivated just by instinct, which I think is actually great. I think it's actually like a natural talent. That's how I look at it.
We're creators.
Right.
That's what we do as humans. That's literally how we conquer all of the animal kingdom. We're innovators. We think, we plan, we create weapons. Like, that's really one of our biggest accomplishments: fire and weapons, dog. Yeah. Name any other animal in the kingdom that does what we do with this shit.
Yeah, they're not creators like that.
Right. They just don't. They go by their true instinct, but we have more than that. You know what I'm saying?
And then the elite have somehow garnered all of this creative energy and put it into a 9-to-5.
Yeah. Well, that's through the education system.
Yes, that too, and Vine, TikTok, all these like fast-paced media that we have, man. I see it. Like, we don't really have a good attention span as a species nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We have most of our things are like quick. I can't I know for a fact all of you have friends that have a very short attention span. Don't want to read past a paragraph. Don't want to sit there down for like an hour and study something that they really want, or just actually read a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, our attention spans are really fucked, and like the corporate elites and whatnot, like, they have data for this shit. A lot of people don't believe in science, but I do. You know what I'm saying? Science is proven, and it's all about hypothesis and it being shown proven. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's applied mathematics.
Exactly, man. So all of this stuff, man, it just affects us, bro. And like, I really hate TikTok. And I really kind of sometimes feel like China fucking did this shit on purpose, goddamn. Because they don't even have it in their own fucking country. You know what I'm saying? But they send it to us.
I despise TikTok. I made my wife delete it.
As you should.
Misogyny.
It was like she has to use it for her job, but I was like, yeah, because she's a social media manager.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
But I was like, because she was like on it, fucking 5-6 hours, sometimes, you know.
It's bad.
And I was like, I just can't.
It kills your attention span. That 15 seconds, bro. Like that is so fucking calculated more than I think people can realize, bro. Yeah. That is so fucking calculated. But like I say, man, like I just really, now that I have a son and stuff, I always thought about this stuff beforehand, but now that I have a son, I really worry about the future of America. Like it really feels like Rome is gonna fall. I remember growing up and I was always thinking like, you know, America won't fall. You know what I'm saying? We're a big superpower. We got all these different things. But as our generation is starting to take over politics, you know, the infrastructure and whatnot, like I really worry and stuff, man, because a lot of people are, like I say, man, a lot of people like to blame the corporate elites or the rich and stuff and saying, you know, because they always say, oh, people are lazy. Oh, people don't want to work. Oh, people don't really care. And people be like, oh, well, no, you give me shitty wages. You do this, you do that. But at the same token, bro, I live down here with the poor people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't rich yet. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to people all the time. And I see it through my own eyes down here with the air quotations poor. People don't really want to put in work to begin with. They just kind of want shit to get, you know, to come to them. Like I saw, you remember when we was all getting those stimulus checks? What was it, last year or the year before then? I saw people mass quitting jobs. They were like, no, we don't want to work no more. Oh, I feel like I deserve more for working at McDonald's or Walmart or this retail store. I deserve $15 an hour. And guess what, guys? Like, you know, y'all can believe what y'all want, but I'm telling y'all, like, I don't really believe in that. If you want to get rich, you got to put in the work. And the whole thing, to me personally, it's gonna hurt. Like if you start a business.
I'd like to say something.
Say something.
All right. I am actually really happy. Well, proud. I'm proud of the people who did quit and don't want to return back to work.
Yes, but do something. That's my point. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do nothing. Oh, let me wait for, you know, the government to help me out and stuff.
Give me another stimulus check. Yeah.
You're starting coding. You have YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You're doing music. You're doing effort. I have a lot of people in my life that don't do shit. And they say the same shit you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want to work full time no more. I can relate to yours more because you're actually trying to do something compared to the people who are just like, oh, I don't want to do that shit. Fuck my boss. But they just sit at home all day, smoke fucking weed and just, yeah, that's it, bro. Like, what do you expect out of life, dog?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I still like it because, even if they do get to that point where they're kind of just asking for handouts, it's one of those things where I think a lot. Okay, I think what's happening, we're going through a shift in society, obviously, where we're starting to see people are requesting more than companies are willing to give them, and that's going to force people to reevaluate how they work. So what we're gonna start seeing is the internet, the post-internet era, because this is still very new. It's starting to cement into this reality where we're actually not regressing, but in a way going back to a pattern to where we were all working for ourselves. Not only like maybe like 200 years ago, everybody was pretty much working for themselves. They were growing some kind of crop or doing the little shoe shining. But people, you know, I'm not saying there was no jobs, but people mostly worked for themselves and didn't need that much. But now that it's actually new, it's actually a new thing in our society where everyone's in these big conglomerate companies working for the bare possible minimum so that the company can squeeze out as much profit as possible. So I think people are starting to realize, okay, they're taking advantage of me. That's just the first step. But I think the internet, and we're going back to, like, people call it like the gig economy, but it's really going back to that old way of everyone working for themselves. I think that's going to start opening up as we see the internet get more prominent. And I think it's actually a great thing. It might start off, kind of weird, but I think it's actually a good thing.
But that's what I'm saying. I want that just the same, bro. But like I say, being a black man in America and growing up in Hoover, around the people I grew up around, Bessemer, all that different stuff, I just want people to actually do something. Don't not do anything. and complain about it. That's always been my issue. Even when I've been working since I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always worked every day of my life because I grew up with a poor mom, and I was like, hey man, I can't see it. Every time I ask my mom, hey man, mom, can I get like $20 to go to the movies? Oh, I can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. So I had to get the money myself. You know what I'm saying? And what that taught me at a young age was like, hey man, if you want it, you got to go get it. Regardless if you work, you don't work. Hey man, do something. But a lot of through my life, man, and I felt problems with it too when I was 21, 22. Sitting there just, oh, I want more out of life, but I'm not doing nothing about it. Like I'm just sitting there and just smoking my weed and complaining about life as it is. But I made a change to myself. I was like, nah, man, I got to really get my shit together, bro. I really want to do better than what's around me and stuff. And now I'm good. I got 2 cars. I got a house I'm living in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do a career path to get into software development so I can open myself up to have my own business. You know what I'm saying? My own self and, you know, do my thing. But the whole part is I'm just very tired of lazy people, bro, especially in our generation, man. This is a lot of laziness. People want this much. They want this effort. They want all this money. They want all this free time. But you don't really want to put the work behind it. You want to just do the bare minimum. And what you going to expect out of it, you know? And no one taught me that.
I think a lot of this laziness comes from 2 things that I'm seeing from my young observation. It's a lot of it is, well, the main thing is conditioning. People are conditioned to be this way. A lot of by people around them, society. Mindset. Yeah, and then on top of that, after the conditioning, it's people being preoccupied. So even if they're not being quote unquote lazy, they might look busy, but they're busy on the thing that they don't care about. But they're doing it because they're forcing themselves because they have to, you know, quote unquote pay bills. Well, they don't really have to, but they tell themselves they have to. So they're forcing themselves in a place where they're just not, they're preoccupied. It's almost like it's actually, to be honest, I look at someone at a job, not that much different than someone without a job doing nothing. It's just like they're still in the same place. They're not doing what they need to be doing or what they really want to be doing. I think that's like the biggest thing.
But at least the person who's working a job is getting some income in while they work it out.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're still unhappy a lot of times. Like they're not fully satisfied.
True. But like I said, I come from a very poor background. And a lot of times it's just like you can still do the things you're trying to do, but you can still work, you know what I'm saying? Get your money and stuff, get what you can out of their companies. Don't look at yourself, and you even explain to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Giving all your all into a company that really just gonna get the bare minimum out of you, you know what I'm saying? Just go there, do the bare minimum of your job, get your check, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is when you get home, work on the shit that's gonna improve you, you know what I'm saying? It don't take forever. You just gotta kind of do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just won't come up. Like the whole point is, it's like, I want everyone to have freedom, but I want people to just stop being lazy and work. You can be upset about your job. You can be upset about not having a job. I see both sides of that stuff, but it's just do something. That's just really where it comes down to me, because I see a lot of people doing nothing in my communities, like just doing nothing at all. People around me, they just complain, don't do nothing about it, keep going to their bullshit job, hate their lives, and just like, no, man. I've been working security at the Birmingham Waterworks for 4 years now. And just last year, I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm finna graduate college next semester. I'm trying to literally keep on doing this code and self-taught my damn self so I can put myself in a better position. But yeah, I see other people around me and just like, oh man, I want this. I want to do this. I want to be a cop. I want to be a banker. Sorry, I want to own a bank. You know, all these different things. And it's just like, well, what are you doing about it?
Yeah. They're preoccupied. That's the biggest problem, is that they're just distracted, and it could be, but it can be from a job. It might look like they're doing good, but they're still preoccupied from their, you can say like their passion, their purpose.
Life.
Yeah, just living life. Just that's the fundamental thing. You know, we want money, we want all these things, but people really just want to live their life. And that's a lot of the reason why people want money, so that they can have the freedom. So really, everyone's chasing the same thing. It's really just freedom. And that's why I don't even care about the money or the job part anymore. I'm starting to realize, truly, people just are busy. And that's actually kind of the problem, is that they're busy either on TikTok or at their job. But it's not that different. They're just busy fundamentally, busy from their purpose, that one thing that's going to make them, because they don't even need to be rich to be happy. A lot of people are okay with making 50 grand a year. And actually, I would be too. I'd be actually even more comfortable than I am now. And I make less than 20 grand a year, and I'm actually comfortable. It's crazy, but like not everyone thinks like that. But anyway, that's something I'm really trying to like understand right now, is just a lot of people in society are it's truly just a busy thing. People are busy, even if it's on whether it's work or not. It's just they're preoccupied, so they have no time to sit with themselves and figure out what they actually want to do. So like
a lot of people are afraid of failure too, I think.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same point. I feel that, but even me, like I say, I got a wife, I got a son, I got a full-time job, but I still make time to do what I'm trying to get to. Like, you just have to. No one said it's going to be easy. No one said it's going to be comfortable.
Nope.
Like, no one said it's going to be quick, but you just got to do it. And I think that's what kind of separates a lot of people at some point. You just got to do the things that make you uncomfortable to get to where you're at. A lot of people don't want to be uncomfortable. Like you said, they're busy. Yeah, you're busy, man. But still, you got to at least have that motivation for yourself.
Well,
like, forget anyone else, but for yourself.
That really just sounds like the determining factor to differentiate people like you and those kind of people would be like, what do you call it? DNA. Not like genetic, but like of their sensibilities, the kind of person they are. Some people just aren't built like that, I guess you could say. Some people will just, you know, kind of rot. I've seen it. I've seen people just rotting away, and that's just how they will continue to go about life. And a lot of people are like that. And I don't think it's actually something that you can teach people to get away from or do better or do whatever, because in a lot of cases, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's kind of just their sensibilities. It's kind of like who they are as a person. It's just, it's in their DNA.
I kind of needed that because I told my friend the other day, I kind of expect too much out of people. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'm like, recently over the past year, I've really been starting to get upset with negative energy. I don't really like negative energy no more. Where I'm trying to get in life right now, I don't need like a lot of negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need like positive people around me who are motivated to reach their goals. They don't have to be rich. Like I told my friend, majority of us are not fucking going to be rich. Let's just be fucking real. Majority of us not going to be rich, but what we can do is be very comfortable. Aim to be rich. Cool. Yeah, that's what you want. I agree with it. But a lot of us can be wealthy. We can be comfortable. We can be, you know, be able to take care of the things we do, be happy, to be able to do the things we want, you know what I'm saying? And just have that freedom.
But no. See, that's negative energy.
Nah, that's not even negative to me. To me, that's not negative because it's like...
It is, bro. Come on. You can be rich. It's not that hard.
No, I never said it's not that hard. No, I never said that. It's actually very fucking difficult. But you can be wealthy. You can be comfortable. If you're sitting here making 100K, 120K a year, you're fine. Like my wife.
Well, I mean, I guess
50K a year. My wife makes 120K a year. And she still sits here and looks at life like, oh man, you know, I wish I had more. I'm like, babe, you're comfortable. You're comfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess it just is about what you define as rich. Because it's like, if you're living on 50K and then you go to making 150K, are you not rich?
I believe
only if you upgrade your lifestyle to 150K lifestyle instead of continuing to live at the 50K, but with more money. You see what I'm saying? And there's always more money.
Yes,
to be made,
and that's where you got to kind of be more comfortable with what you have. Like I say, man, fucking being in past 100K, you're in the bottom 10% of Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to go buy a 3-4 bedroom, 3-bathroom, big 2-story house just because you're making 150K. That's not who I am as a person. Like the house I'm living in right now, we're making good money.
TikTok told me I need to though.
Yeah, Andrew Tate said I need to be.
Fuck Andrew. I love him to death, but fuck Andrew. Andrew be talking shit, and I love it, dog, because people eat that shit up, dog. But he just be talking shit. He's a real cool dude, dog. But like, everyone literally takes what he says as fucking God's word, like he's literally being serious. No, he's fucking not. You can tell he smiles while he does it a lot of times.
I know. Breaking character like crazy.
Exactly. I'm like, fuck Andrew. I love him to death, bro. But like, I wish everyone stopped talking about him, bro. Because I'm like, dude, like, he literally has over 100K people subscribe to his shit, bro. Let him do his thing, realize the character he is. Some stuff he says is very facts and stuff, but a lot of stuff he be joking, bro. I remember watching him on Fresh and Fit when I first saw him. He just came on randomly. I was like, oh man, this guy's funny as hell. But he's real about what he says. Like, one thing that I can't say, and like I said earlier, he did what I said other people should do. He did the work, though. No one can deny he put in the work. He was how many times kickbox? No, one time kickbox champion.
No, 4 times.
4 times, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put in the work. So like, he can sit here and talk shit and have fun. But what about you guys that are hating on him? What are you doing? Going to work at Macy's, going to work at your local bar, going to like, that's fine to be there. That's not my problem. I'm not sitting here saying, oh yeah, your job's not worth shit because you're right there. I'm saying aspire for more and do that. Not saying you're going to be comfortable about it, but just do it. I know for at least for myself, I got a lot going around me all the time, bro. But I still make time to code at least 2 to 4 hours a day. And I'm not even that great at it yet, bro. But it's all about persistence. You got to be persistent. I don't really see that a lot in the people around my life and acquaintances that I have. No one's persistent. No one really cares. Everyone's just kind of lost, man. And it's like, man, look,
exactly.
Really
that's the perfect word for it. That's right there. That's what I've been waiting for right there. They're lost. They're preoccupied. They don't know what they want yet. And it's harder to know what you want than to know what you don't want. So I'll give people credit there. It's easier to decide where I don't want to be, but to know where you want to be, that takes some knowing of yourself, some soul searching. And a lot of people are preoccupied. So that's why they don't. I actually do believe a lot of people, I don't know about most, but I do think a lot of people would be very consistent if they were just doing the thing they were passionate about. And everybody has something they're passionate about. I do believe everybody does. And, you know, that's just the problem, is that they're so preoccupied by doing the things they were told to do by the conditioning, or they're preoccupied by TikTok or whatever the fuck. You know, they're not on their purpose. They're not on what they want to be doing. So that's why they're not consistent. They're not consistent because they don't know what they want yet. They're just lost. That's the biggest problem. It's just fundamentally, that's what it is.
You right.
And some people's purpose is just working their 9 to 5. They love their job, you know, and there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I always tell people, if you love your job, man, that's amazing. Because when I start talking about my entrepreneurial energy and stuff, some people take it the wrong way. They're like, well, I don't want to do that. They start talking about themselves a lot. I'm like, wait, I'm just talking about me. Like, I don't think this is like a better way of life. I just know that, like, I hate working at a job. yeah, that's just me. You know? So shit. If you have
I mean, that's people kind of projecting their insecurities onto you.
Right. Yeah, it happens a lot. Right?
Yeah. They're just kind of projecting that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact I'm not really an entrepreneurial guy, but I know at least with coding and stuff, I can do freelance. It's not, I can talk to, you know what I'm saying,
just make your own
clients and get what they need. Right. Just figure it out my own self, you know what I mean? But making like a business, like my wife, she wants to own a strip club and or a library. That's what she's trying to work on right now. Either one or the other. She hasn't really decided
That's yet, like so different than one another.
Yeah, one or the other. So she's like, you know, trying to figure out the loans and, you know, get that shit going and stuff. And like I told her, like, I'm not really an entrepreneurial guy. The only reason I'm even being entrepreneur with this coding shit is because it's very easy. I'm doing PHP, or I'm doing JavaScript, or I'm doing HTML, CSS5, or, you know what I'm saying, just whatever little Python script you want me to do, you know what I'm saying? You just tell me what you want. I can just sit there, ask you questions, and be done with it. I'm not sitting here, you know, working on inventory, you know, managing, you know, tax, you know, all the different things come with business, man. I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into that shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Digital products are awesome. It's so nice. Yeah. I actually just started, I just made an Upwork account. So I'm like just now starting to apply to certain people, and all I have is my like personal projects on my portfolio. So I'm hoping to, but I'm still building other stuff in the meantime until I get my first client. But I'm going to be making sure that I every single day that I go to some jobs on there and apply, just every day, just some.
Tell you something. The same thing my mentor told me, man. Really appreciate the fact that you are doing more than the average person by even doing that, and keep going with that. A lot of people, especially when it comes to coding, I'll say specifically, a lot of people give up very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Before we even get into syntax, but the fact that you keep persisting, like I said, you know, I know for a fact, you know HTML, you know a little bit of CSS. You don't have to be perfect in this shit. Like as coders, we're going to be Googling all our life. Guys.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I learned that.
But the fact that you're doing it, it puts you leagues ahead of a lot of other people, man. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in your mind, man, and just keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need to have, like, I've seen your portfolio. I've seen your site. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even that alone, bro, is pretty fucking good.
I didn't realize that until I started. See, that's why I'm actually glad that I started looking for clients on Upwork, because once I started looking at the jobs that we're looking for, I was like, what? I could have done this months ago. Like, I could build that. The only thing is, you know, it's a matter of knowing how to talk to these people and then building an Upwork account. Yes. That's pretty much it. Once you build up an account on there, then that becomes a lot easier. But like, I know for sure that some of the jobs on there, I could definitely do. I'm like, wow.
Definitely do.
And they're paying like $30 an hour. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I'm like, I have a high paying skill.
We talked about this a couple months ago, this coding stuff, and even now, months later, I'm seeing you're still going at it. That puts you leagues ahead. People barely even make it a week, a month.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new muscle to think like that. It is kind of difficult if you don't like it. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
It's true.
Especially JavaScript. Once I started to get into JavaScript. Oh yeah. JavaScript's so ugly, man. Oh my god.
Dude, that's all I tell you about Python, bro. I fucking love Python compared to JavaScript. I started off with Python, and now I'm moving on to JavaScript, and I'm looking at JavaScript like, dude, we don't have to say this many words. We really don't. Why are we doing this?
But it's so necessary for what the front end. So I'm just gonna keep going and do my thing.
Yeah, but I want to be a back end guy.
Hey man, we can collaborate then.
But I gotta know JavaScript.
That's a whole business there. That's a whole business right there.
No, straight up. I've been meaning to talk to you about it as we've both been doing this stuff. Eventually, like, I do want to collab on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things my mentor has told me is like, connect with other coders. You know what I'm saying? Especially around you. And Birmingham doesn't have a tech sector. So that's why when I found out you even had coding, I'm like, oh, cool. I know somebody in Birmingham coding, trying to connect. Hey, man, we can get a project together, get something going. Because it's all going to get us somewhere.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll definitely have to collaborate on something. But anyway, sorry, y'all. I mean, go crazy on the coding there for a second. They don't even know.
All right, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I do plan to learn at some point.
Yeah, I'm literally about to start like this week. I just have to do a bunch of shit tomorrow.
And are you to me, man? I promise.
I'm just busy tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to go. I really just have to go see my mother. I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks.
Oh, I understand that. What got me into it, I knew I was going to be a programmer, but I just took my intro to programming in the summer. And as I was going through it, they wasn't really teaching me as well as I wanted them to learn. So I went in and got Udemy courses. I bought books, and I did a lot of free code camp, and I taught myself a lot. And I passed that course, top of my class and whatnot, because I was like, bro, you guys are not teaching me nothing. But I do like this stuff because all programming is logic.
Yeah.
It's just fucking logic. That's all it is. Yeah. Take your time. Think of it like a recipe. Boom. You know
Taking
what I'm
your
saying?
time. See, that's what I had to learn literally this week. Because even though some of the projects that I've already built, I'm like pretty decently proud of, I rushed them. I got them done in like a couple of days or so. But it's because they were like, it was so forced, and I made a lot of mistakes. So I'm having to go back and fix a lot of things because I'm trying to make them responsive or yada yada. But basically, I'm starting to realize, once I'm learning about how long projects normally take, I'm like a month or 3 months. I'm like, oh my god, I could really build something actually quality with that time. So that's how long you're supposed to take. You're supposed to take a lot longer on these projects. So taking my time.
But I like it. I like it, man, because like at least it's for me, as a human, man, like as far as my perspective, we're meant to create, man. And it hits that niche for me of like creating something, bro. Like when I make my web pages, I make my scripts. I'm trying to get into modding Fallout 4 right now. I'm trying to use Python to mod that shit.
Let's go.
So I'm like, it gives you a lot of control. We use PCs and all this stuff throughout our days, but being a programmer or a coder, you really have the power in that shit.
Yeah. Actually, the way I look at it, and I didn't make up this idea. I think I heard it from Naval, and he said it's like the new reading and writing. Like, you know how to use a phone, you know how to use a computer. That's reading. Coding is the new writing, and this is the new era that we're in. And it's kind of like back then in the old days, like the elites were the only ones who knew how to read and write. Well, now it's going to be like, if you know how to code and use computers very well, you're going to be very well off. So it's just how it is. It's just the way the world's moving. So I think that's huge. And right now, one of my biggest things that I'm going to be doing after I get my feet a little bit more into this content, I'm going to actually take some time to learn Linux as well.
Okay. I've been doing that because my wife, I just bought a laptop today. But right now, only laptop I have is my wife's Chromebook. But it doesn't have Windows on it, so I've been having to learn Linux to be able to operate my VS Code and whatnot. But it's been cool. Like it kind of forced me to learn it, but I'm here now learning how it works.
I didn't even realize how important it is. Like, especially when you wanted to get into certain kinds of jobs. Like I didn't even know this, but most computers in the world use Linux, and I realized that because most servers run Linux because it's free. And no company wants to pay Microsoft to run servers. So like, fuck that, we'll just use Linux. And so like, basically every company that you go to is going to be having Linux servers. So if you just know how to run Linux really well, you're going to get like database jobs like nothing, like pretty easily.
Who the fuck knows how to learn Linux? Same for PHP as well.
I heard PHP is still pretty widely
so
used
many
everywhere.
jobs out there for that.
Yeah.
You could literally fuck HTML, fuck CSS, fuck JavaScript, fuck Python, fuck Django, fuck React, fuck MERN stack in general, dog. If you just know even PHP, bro, you can get a job.
That's true. Yeah,
just like that in Birmingham.
Yeah,
you can get a job just like that, man. It's fucking crazy. And that's the type of stuff that excites me about this shit and just what's keeping me motivated to learn. Because it's not hard shit. You just got to kind of learn. Because, like, as far as languages, fuck the language. Like, I remember watching a lot of videos before I had got my mentor, and they were all saying, oh, don't worry about the language. Just learn the concepts. You can just sit there and figure out the syntax anytime. No, that shit's true as hell, dog. As long as you learn the concept, that's why I recommend Python. As long as you learn the concepts, you can literally just Google the fucking syntax and just keep that shit going, bro.
Yeah,
so it just changed the way I think about things, bro, and just I'm getting better. I'm 2.5 months in, bro, and I'm way better looking at shit and other people's code. Cause I've been really messing around with GitHub and trying to get into open source and shit.
Yeah.
But I can read other people's code way better now than when I was looking at it before 2 months ago, and I was like, bro, what the fuck am I looking at?
Right. I had no idea what I was looking at. Now I'm like, I'll just be pulling up random websites that I'm on, like YouTube or something. I'll just hit inspect, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of see what's going on there. You know, there's a lot of things I don't understand still, but I'm like, okay, like, you know, this is a very complicated website, but I see all the divs, I see all the classes. Okay, that's the fucking, you know, whatever, HTML. Okay, boom, 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 boom. So it's actually pretty easy.
And you center a div?
Man, there's so many. There's so many fucking ways. Holy shit!
I just had to ask you.
That's like the most annoying. It's like that's the thing that and like heights and like, but yeah, centering shit that was the thing that annoyed me the most, and it still sometimes does. I'm just like, I can't get this thing in the middle.
Too many times I have literally sat here in front of my PC and I'm just staring at the screen. Fucking looks just staring at VS Code like I'm dumb. Dumb.
When I look for a problem for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I just forgot to like end the syntax. I just forgot like the last, you know, the semicolon at the end. I'm like, oh yeah, my God. I forgot my semicolon. Oh my God, like just something so stupid like that.
And that sucks for JavaScript because you don't even have to do that for Python, dog.
I saw that shit. I was like, damn. I gotta learn Python. I think I'm gonna learn Python for the back end. Once I'm done with the front end, I'm gonna go back and learn Python for sure. That's definitely the one I'm gonna be on.
Sure. I suggested more so for the concepts, bro. One, because it makes the concepts so much easier to understand, bro. Refactoring, fucking just damn near everything, bro. I'm sorry. I just came back from a bar. You know, so my mind's kind of a little bit muddled and shit. But
yeah, right now. But anyway, the only reason I'm really learning all this stuff is like not necessarily to get a tech job. Is like what you said. I just want to work for myself. That's the whole reason I got into this. That's actually why I'm selling music. That's why I'm making a YouTube, because I realized, okay, sure, I can get there with tech, but I kind of want multiple streams of income because, admittedly, I am one of the people that do want to be pretty wealthy, and I'm gonna try to leverage as many easy access, easy entry things as possible. YouTube is extremely easy. I did not realize how easy it was. I'm already getting hundreds of views in all my videos. So I'm like, at this point, it's just a matter of consistency and time. And like, you know, after YouTube, once you have an audience, then you have an entire audience of support. That's leverage right there. You know, if I want to collaborate with people, they're probably in my audience. Like, you know what I mean? If I need business owners, they're probably in my audience. Oh, they need websites too? Well, I make beats for that. You need a commercial? I got music for your commercials. I got this and that, whatever. Like, so it's all leverage, you know, at the end of the day. But at the same time, I'm not doing it just for the money. I just know that's what's going to come with all this stuff, because I'm just passionate about all this shit. I spend all day on YouTube. I spend all day, you know, making music. I spend all day coding. Like, this is all the shit that I really like doing. So, you know,
money equals happiness, if you ask me. Goddamn. A lot of people say money doesn't equal happiness. I'm like, yeah, that's true. You got personal issues and whatnot and stuff.
It makes it hurt less, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather cry in a Bugatti.
Like, I would dead ass literally like to mean cry in a Bugatti than fucking be crying in my Honda Civic, dog.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Money can solve a lot of issues. It won't solve everything. Trust me. It can't solve your parent, mommy, daddy issues. It can't solve the trauma you went through and stuff, but it can make it a fuck ton easier, guys. You know,
money solves money problems, but I know when you get more money, from what I understand from all these rich people, is that they're saying it's also going to bring new problems. So that's going to be an interesting thing to deal with.
Yeah, money makes
I feel like
money
they kind of
problems.
do that themselves, though. People make a lot of more money and they feel like they should live more above their means.
No, I'm talking about like, especially more like towards the people around you.
Oh yeah, my wife deals with that. Her family, she just now for the past 2 years, she's been making 120K for the past 3 years, and just now recently she had to cut off her family because she you know, she's the first one to graduate from college out of her family, you know what I'm saying, and actually do something with her life, and she has 8 siblings, mom, dad, and all this stuff, and they know she's, air quotations, rich in their eyes, you know what I'm saying, so they always look at her to, hey, well, I need help with this, I need help with this, I need help with this and stuff, and she just now recently got to the point where she had to learn, like, no, just say no, simple as that, just no. I got my own family, I got my own husband, I got my own life to live. I can't just, you know, for the past 2 years, just keep throwing you guys money. So I understand that as well. And that can do it and stuff, but at a point, you kind of got to cut your heart a little bit. Like I told her, you got to kind of cut your heart a little bit and realize that other people had the opportunity to do the same thing, but they didn't. Are you meant to make up for that lack?
Right.
Like, are you like, I can understand the empatheticness of it, you know what I'm saying? You can empathize and sure, but is that really your responsibility because you did the work that you were supposed to do to get to where you're at? Now you feel like you have to take care of everyone else. It's nothing wrong if that's what you want to do, but if it's taken out of your own life, that's not your fault. If anyone feels like, other than your family, like your close family, immediate family, like your wife or your kids and stuff, if anyone feels like they deserve your money, they're the asshole. Yeah. Not you.
You know I mean? That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, if I start making a lot of money, that's a concept that's probably going to happen. You know, people showing up out of nowhere again, or family asking for favors, and you know, I've actually, even while I've been broke or while I've been decent, whatever, I've actually never bought anybody gifts before. So at least I'll be consistent because I'll be rich and I'll be like, nah, I don't buy gifts. What?
You bought me a gift.
You're right. I did buy. Rarely do I buy people gifts, but I mean, it's like I don't give a lot of stuff away anyway. So it's not.
He really doesn't.
I really
can't
don't.
attest to that.
I don't think it's meaningful to me. Like it doesn't. It's just personally. Like the way I like to give people something. If you come over my house, I'll cook for you maybe. But that's about. It's like I'll do the Hispanic thing. But, but I mean, I don't give like gifts. I don't buy presents or stuff like that. You know. So when I'm rich, I mean, it's probably gonna be the same. I mean, I'm just I might pay for an experience, like we all go out, all right, dinner's on me, stuff like that. But you know, as far as like giving people favors, like I just don't do that, and it's not something I've always, and you know, unless they have a reason, or unless I feel like it. But I don't know, if I'm rich, I'm already a loner. I think I'm like ready for it, to be honest. I just am. Like I don't go out. I don't do shit. You know what I mean? I'm in love with my work. Like I'm just made to. I think I'm just made to be that eventually.
I just don't feel like I did when I was younger, man. Like the only thing I care about is improving myself. Like for the past 3 months, all I've done is just work out 5 days a week. I get home, I go to work. I just bought a new laptop, but I was using the Chromebook. All I do is go to work, and I sit there and do security. I don't do nothing but stare at cameras 8 hours a day. So I'm sitting there like, all right, cool. Let me get a laptop so I can at least do something and improve my life and learn how to code. And that's just what I've been doing, man. Like if I don't feel like I've done something to improve and this is new to me, guys. Like this has been in the past year. If I don't feel like I'm doing something to improve myself, I feel like I wasted my day. Like, I know you just recently quit video games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I quit that. I've stopped smoking weed. I stopped drinking alcohol. I've done a lot of big changes in my life. A lot of shit. And honestly though, it's not even that hard because I started to realize that I was using those. Not that those things are inherently bad, but I was personally using them to. You know, it wasn't for like fun or enjoyment. It actually technically was not for that personally. I was just trying to escape from something or, you know, hide anxiety or whatever, you know what I mean? Just so like I became preoccupied basically. I was preoccupied and I was distracted from the goal, from my actual purpose. And now there ain't nothing in the way. So like, I'm just constantly on my shit now. Like
real shit.
It's really not about,
I still smoke. I drink and I still smoke, but now I'm at the point now is that I can't really, before when we were all cool and I was hanging out with you guys, I used to just smoke just to smoke, man. Yeah. Like dead ass. I was just smoking because it's just like, oh, it was just what I'm used to. I've been smoking since I was 14, you know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, but now I have to do something to come home. And now when I come home, like right now, I'm playing my game and stuff. I feel fine with that. Why? Because I sat here all day for 6 hours and I just literally.
I 100% know what you mean, bro.
Right. I earned it.
I can't just get high anymore. No. Unless I'm hanging out with people, that's different. But like when I'm sitting alone, I smoke like when I get home from work, and I don't again until I go to bed.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. Just I gotta feel like I did something through the day, and that's where I'm at now. More so than quitting it, it's just more so now I'm like, I won't smoke if I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Like if I'm on the call or if I'm playing a game or something, I'll smoke. But like, yeah, if I'm just like locked into to working or whatever, I just have to. I can't do it. I'm so unproductive.
Right.
Like I used to smoke every day before I went to fucking work, bro.
Yep.
Every day. And I when I started my new job at the butcher shop, I would go to work and I would just be so fucking high and be so goddamn unproductive. And I could see it in myself. And then when I try to do other things like practice melee or do anything really, I'm just like, why the fuck did I smoke before I did this?
Yeah,
I should smoke after I did this.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I was like, wait a minute, I could have just done it after I did those things. But then I realized it was hard for me to control it because I was just so used to smoking it. So I was like, to be honest, I haven't 100%.
It was hard. I'm with you. It was hard making this change, but I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? But at first, it was because I was so used to just smoking and being able to. I'm a very productive stoner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've literally done majority of my stuff and most of my achievements in life and the ways I progressed myself. I was high as shit through it. You know what I'm saying? So I always used to believe like, man. It's more so of my mind, myself, you know what I'm saying? I can smoke and still handle the business I do, but now that I'm 27, like I said, I'm older, I'm just trying to get to a better point in life. It's like, man, look, you still gonna smoke. That's just me. That's fine.
I mean, I still smoke. Like, I mean, I quit, but here's the thing. When I say I quit, it's just not in my house. Like, if I want to smoke, I'll hit somebody, I'll be like, let me get like a little bit. And I use it for like a day or two, but then I don't touch it for like a month. Like, it's very rare now. It's very rare for me, and I don't do it as much as because I used to do that shit all day, every day. That's when I was just like, bro, I ain't got no focus. Like, I couldn't get anything done.
No, yeah, trust me, you end up in that fucking haze that it's, just fuck no. Especially with all this coding shit I've been doing. Like, I remember sitting there high, dog, I'm going through my Unity course, he's talking when he was teaching me CSS, and I was
rewind.
Yes,
over and over
bro,
again. Yeah.
Fuck that, man. Let me just watch this shit sober. And it kind of helped me just, now at this point now, like, if you catch me smoking, bro, I've done this shit today. I've ran my mile and a half. I've done my workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like I've sat there. I've studied. I've coded. I've tried to learn new concepts today. Cool. I feel great now when I smoke. When I go, I'm I earned it.
Right.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it too now. I just every now and then I'll grab a little beer, whatever. You know, something small, but I try not to go too crazy anymore. But I was never much of a drinker though. I was definitely a smoker, but no, yeah.
Yeah, my wife got me into drinking nowadays. I used to always just fucking smoke.
You didn't care about that.
Drink. Yeah, now I can drink and be fine.
This map is so big, Jesus Christ.
Some of my friends, though, I got a friend, he can't do it and stuff, and it kind of showed me like where I'm at as far as with it. Like I have a friend, he used to smoke, he used to drink, and he couldn't focus on nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to be a cop. And he just couldn't pass his test. He can't, you know what I'm saying, focus on his reading comprehension test and whatnot. So he just had to quit that shit altogether, goddamn. But it kind of just showed me, I was like, man, you know, I've been doing this shit for a while. Like I got a 28 on my ACT and I went in there fucking drunk as hell. Hungover as hell and high as hell because I woke up at like 5 that morning. It was the test was like at 8. I woke up at 5. Went out and snuck out my house and smoked and fucking went in there and I got, you know what I'm saying, a 28 you know what I'm saying? But so I realized like, damn man, people are just very different on how they handle things. And I need to kind of like humble myself on how I perceive others' progress. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's exactly, progress is a great word because that's kind of where I realized, okay, it's not that smoking's not the problem. It's that the level that I want takes more focus than I'm able to give when I'm super high. Like I just want a different level. I could be great. I could be making a decent amount of money just smoking every day. That's fine. But I want something kind of more extreme than a normal person. Yeah, I actually really want to go kind of far. And it's just something that's deep in me. I don't know why I want it. I just do. I just want to prove it. I want to do it. You know, maybe it's the immigrant parent thing. Like they came here, they brought me here. It's time for me to do something. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just enjoy the things that I do.
Generation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's that. I don't know what it is, but and honestly, it's just I'm passionate. I'm passionate about the things that I do. I like building. I like building things, but like the level that I want to be at, I don't want to be an average builder. I want to be fucking dope. Like I want to be nasty at music. I want my music to make people get up and go, damn. I want my shit to be nasty. I want my fucking podcast and my YouTube to be going crazy. I want people to be like, yo, okay, this guy's actually going in. I want, I don't want to just be an average person. I don't want to be the run of the mill, like, kind of person. I just, so that's why I had to like kind of start making these drastic changes, like not even video games anymore. I literally haven't played video games in like days now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it feels crazy, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had to like sit here for a second. I woke up in the morning. I was like, what am I gonna do today? I was like, oh yeah, coding, or oh yeah, music. Let's get this shit. Like,
get to it.
Yeah. That's all I got. And
you're unemployed right now. You're just really doing your own entrepreneurship, right?
Actually, I did get a part-time because I ran out of money. I spent a lot of money. I got a nice camera. I got 2 monitors now. One of the monitors is kind of expensive. I've actually been basically all the money. So what I did was I left my job. I only had like $2K in the bank, not much. And then I sold my car, and sold that for like $5K. Actually, I made money off it. I made like $200 off it.
Every time I talk to you, you sold your car.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it's like
talk to you.
legit. But yeah, so I used all that money I had, and I told myself I wasn't gonna spend it so I could stay out of work for as long as possible. But then I realized I really want to invest in all the shit that I want to do. So I was like, when it came to the content and certain sounds for like my beats and stuff, I just started putting money into that. And eventually I started running out about like, I think 2 weeks ago. So I was like, all right, let me get a part-time. And then I just got some jobs like across the street where I could just walk there. And I make very little money, but I only work like 18 hours a week. And it's just like, it's literally just enough to survive by like my hair of a chinny chin chin. And then like that will allow me to push me to like, okay, let me find some fucking clients. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm at that. I have
Join
a part time
Fiverr too, by the way. Fiverr. Join
Yeah.
Fiverr as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that too for sure.
Yeah, Upwork and Fiverr to build that shit. I'm not comfortable yet where my abilities yet to take on freelancing, but I know that's my goal that I had set for myself. But definitely Upwork and Fiverr are one of the twos that I know that so I'm trying to get into. Like,
one thing I will say is, even if because I know what it feels like to not be comfortable yet to start, I will say make the accounts for those websites and then just look at the jobs and look at the easiest ones and be like, okay, then you kind of know when you're ready. Like it kind of gives, because I didn't realize that I was not ahead, but like, I could have done some
competent level.
I could have done some jobs a little bit earlier, but at the same time, and that just kind of gives you a perspective. Once you get on those websites and see the jobs for Python or whatever, then you can say, okay, that's the level that people are looking for to get even the basic work.
Okay.
Kind of gives you more perspective and like where you are. But yeah, but obviously just build shit every day.
Yeah, right now I've just been doing a lot of mock portfolios and fucking animal shelter sites. Like I just kind of like really mess around. But the thing is, I got my wife's Chromebook. That's why I just bought a laptop today to come in, because she literally only has like 8 gigabytes of storage. Like it's nothing, dog. Like everything I make, but I had to spend. Sorry, it was like 26. And she really has no storage on this Chromebook. Like she got the cheapest fucking Chromebook. And so every little project I make, I really can't really save, because downloading Linux on the Chromebook took up 15 out of like majority of the gigabytes of storage space. So I can't really save most of my projects. So most of my projects be on my personal computer. So now I bought the laptop. So when I'm at work and stuff, I got, at least a 256 SSD, you know what I'm saying? Like SSD that I can save shit on. So my whole thing is I'm trying to debate on if I want to go with, React, Node.js, the whole front end side, or if I want to do Python and then just start working with Django, you know what I'm saying, to make websites and stuff. I'm kind of just like going through them, but I know if I want to do that, I need good storage rather than like 16, 24 gigabytes of space.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I got Kelsey to buy external space, and it was like $40 for like 2 terabytes.
Really?
Yeah, man, memory is cheap.
Yeah,
now.
it's really cheap.
It really is.
Really?
2 terabytes of hard drive.
Yeah,
last time I used to check back in the day, it was expensive.
Yeah. Now it's mad cheap. It really is. Especially a hard drive, specifically hard drives. SSDs are kind of where they're at. They're a little bit more expensive, but you get a hard drive, 4 terabytes for like $60-$80. It's mad cheap.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You'll never run out of space, buddy.
Yeah, 4 terabytes, bro. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay, I need to do some more research. And I'm still going off like my past history. I haven't did much on HDs, but I look at SSDs more often than not nowadays, and I'm like, okay,
yeah, most people do
SSD for like $200. You know,
I slept on them. I finally got one, but now the funny thing is, so I had a 2 terabyte hard drive, and then I got a 2 terabyte SSD to use as a game vault. So now it's just sitting there empty, no games.
Yeah, I want to say, but your shit was running fast when it was.
Hell yeah, shit was. I was like, man, I was
got M.2s.
They what?
You got M.2s or?
I don't remember actually. They're NDEMI, something like that. Fuck, I forgot. I don't know what the fuck it was, to be honest. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. Now I'm curious. I can go back to my Amazon.
Some M.2s in here. I know that Evo, Samsung Evo.
I had the Evo. That's the one I have. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got M.2 then.
Yeah, that's the one. Everyone was like, "This is the best one." They always suggest it. So I was like, "All right, I'll get it."
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's sweet though, man. That's sweet.
And then now, the market's crashing, so I'm considering if I get any money at all, which I don't have any, unfortunately. Well, I really want to buy some.
Inflation is real.
I'm probably just not gonna buy any because I don't have any money. But man, I really want to. I saw AMD, and it's like so
you don't have
cheap.
to buy it, but definitely just hold, man.
Yeah. Actually, I'm about
to. No matter what, over the years, the price.
What's your camera, Eric?
Man, I don't really have a camera.
Nah.
And the one I do is from Five Below, so it's ass.
Bro, what?
Fair enough. I'm with you. I'm with you, Chief.
I've had no need to invest in one yet, so I haven't brought one.
Well, right now it's the time, my G.
We on podcast mode now. I'm recording. Oh, this has been recording since the beginning, so
good. Absolutely good.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm about to stop. I'm about to stop playing this game because it's frustrating me. So.
Yeah, but I've been seeing your facial expressions like, oh, you just died. I could tell.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's really hard.
Your videos are
man. Like I still got memories of when I last time I talked to you, I was at Magic's house and y'all was playing
Melee probably.
Yep. It's just nice to see y'all again, bro. We done grown a lot since then.
Yeah, man.
I still play Melee.
I know you're a god at this point, dog, because you were fucking amazing. Like that whole culture was just new to me when
I almost won the tournament on Sunday and then I didn't because I sucked.
Who won?
Cap. You lost, maybe. But
he's nasty.
No, Griff didn't win. That new guy won. Dope Magic. His tag is Dope Magic.
No.
Are you serious? That's kind of fucked. That's kind of
that's fucked up.
My smash tag was never Magic, so it doesn't bother.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, what's your tag?
My smash tag is Hermit.
Oh yeah, I did watch y'all stream it. I remember now. Yes,
because I don't do anything.
Low key, that Melee stream actually was one of my higher quality streams as far as sound goes, because I was kind of still messing around with how like having Discord loud enough, but having the game not too loud, and like I was actually proud of that Melee stream. It actually went decent.
It was entertaining. Fox is still nasty. Fox is still nasty to this fucking day. Like I said, I'm not in the Melee culture. I literally 98% of my Melee knowledge came from watching y'all, dog. Just listening to y'all talk, sitting on Magic's bed, watching y'all for like 3 hours straight. Just go at it, dog. High as hell, just like, hey, yo, I'm just learning this shit. Okay, that's dope as shit. Fox is still fire, still to this day. Like,
yeah, he'll always.
It was cool. You still run what's his name? Isaac, you still run that?
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon. Yep.
Bro, I started playing Mario actually.
Really? Have y'all tried what's this, Multiverse? And that was called now.
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, it's actually a really good game. Me and Isaac played it quite a bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. I might try that out because like I've never played Melee at all, and I've always wanted to.
I wouldn't recommend.
I wouldn't.
Are you serious, bro? I still play League.
We're like, we love Melee, and we're like, I would not recommend it.
Come on, but be fair though. It's the same like League, and I still play League, dog. That like people telling me. You guys were the one telling me not to play League back in the day, and
let me just tell you this, bro. If you want to play Melee, it's gonna cost you at least like $100. Because if you buy a shit Melee controller from like a fucking secondhand store or some shit, you're gonna have a bad fucking time. Especially playing against people who are good. I just spent another $100 on my $100 controller. Melee is a fucked up. No, it's not. Melee's a fucked up game. That should not have to spend $200 on a 20-year-old video game.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
In 2022. Hey, I play 2K. Wait, you play 2K? Play 2K. I'll play 2K with you, bro.
Okay, yeah. So I spent like $200 when I first get out. I paid $150 for the fucking thing. Then I put 50 more, and I'm probably gonna put another 50 for VC, bro. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying VC. That's just impossible to make. So.
Exactly. Especially this year. I don't know if you got this year's version, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I play 22. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys.
Hey, you play on PC?
I wish, bro. There's too many hackers on there.
Yeah, I understand.
PS5, so I play on that.
Oh fuck. Getting two. I've always had.
Hey man, if you ever trying to run though, man.
Well, I don't have a PS5. I don't have a PS5.
PS5.
Yeah, and then we'll play 23.
Yeah, we'll play 24 if you get it by then, bro. Like I'm here.
Oh no, it's coming this Christmas. I'm getting it.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Yeah, man. Just hit me up. We'll run, bro. I don't give a fuck what your overall is, dog. I know you. Like, let's go. Let's do it. But
I'm a grinder, so
good. I played most of my life is MMOs. A lot of my friends, they hate grinds. I don't give a fuck about it.
I played Lord of the Rings online. That was really fun.
Jesus Christ, you're an old head.
It was so fun.
We just downloaded it.
You are an old head.
No, yeah, we just started playing it like the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was so fun though. I was like, damn, this game is good.
Yeah, it is. I'm a Final Fantasy guy. I really like.
Oh God, I'm so sick.
I was pissed about Final Fantasy because of the login bullshit. Like, it was so complicated that I just decided to say fuck it. Like, I did get into it at one point, but then I think I like forgot my information or something, and then I tried to get back in, and it was all in Japanese, and I was like, God, I was like, whatever, man, fuck this.
What was you going through?
I swear to God, like, yeah, Final Fantasy, yeah, for sure, 13. Pretty sure it was that one.
Yeah, the online one, 14, but yeah.
Or 14, yeah, the newest one, the one that you told me to get on. I was like, yo, this game is nasty, but then like, yeah, to make an account was so complicated. I was like, oh my God.
Love her.
Or maybe I'm getting
a tropical sprite.
Or maybe I am getting confused with like Fantasy Star. Maybe I'm getting confused.
Fuck that shit. I know what you're talking about. Fuck that. I couldn't even make it past the tutorial, bro. That shit was not what I expected to be. Fantasy Star Online.
Yeah, that game is so fucking good. What do you mean?
I did like that game. I do really like that game.
Get past it, bro. The tutorial. I'm like, hey, yo, this shit is taking forever. Look, I don't mind reading. I don't mind going through the whole process. Like I said, I played MMOs since I was fucking 12, dog. But Fantasy Star Online, their presentation and the intro to this shit and getting into it is so fucking slow, my G, bro. I did not like the UI. I just didn't like it at all. Y'all know about DFO?
No.
Online? Okay, I used to play a lot of DFO, Final Fantasy, fucking Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah,
do you know about that?
You know what I'm saying? And when I went to Fantasy Star Online, I was just like, bro, I really hate the fucking UI on this damn game, bro. It just could not like capture me. Which I say is fun. Maybe one day I might try it again, bro. I just got a new 3070 and shit, so I'm really like downloading.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to just download every game. Like right now, I'm running Red Dead Redemption on Ultra at 120, bro. It's fucking amazing.
I know how you feel.
Game's fucking beautiful, dog. But
yeah, maybe this game is fucking beautiful. I can't believe how good it looks.
Fantasy?
No, this game I'm playing right here.
What you playing?
Ori in the Will. I was streaming it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Ori's fire. That's a good play. The indies are winning all the time.
Yes, they are winning. And actually, I started to get into them recently. I started playing like Muck and what do you call that crab game? Those same people made that one. Yeah, some indie games are pretty nasty.
It's a squid game. It's like a squid game that you can play.
Oh, the free one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was fun, but God, the lobby was awful, bro. The people in the game were just the worst.
Definitely couldn't stream it, that's for sure.
Why? Because they would just get you demonetized.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, it was funny, but I was just like, bro, I would have to get it edited.
My content.
Yeah.
My content.
Banned immediately.
Keep it up though, bro. Like I'm really enjoying the content. Like we haven't talked in a couple of years, both of you guys. We ain't talked a couple of years, but I remember when I was when we were all younger and stuff, I really connected with you guys because like I said, you don't really, especially in Alabama, you don't really meet a lot of at least for what I perceive, intelligent people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? People that research, people that know what they're talking about, people that are a little bit deeper and stuff. So it's nice to really talk to y'all again, man, because I really don't get a lot of conversations like this where I can actually talk about things. You know what I'm saying? It sounds simple, but seriously, like where I can actually talk about things where people actually have a actual opinion. It don't have to be my opinion, but just have an opinion in general. You know what I'm saying? Other than, I don't know. Or they just, watch the clip, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least some originality. I like to hear people's original thoughts. Like, yeah. Original thought is hard to come by. So I always say, right now, my biggest focus, I have a lot of focuses, but I think underlying for all of them fundamentally is to be networking. Just, collaborate. I think collaborate's a huge thing. Even if you have even if you don't have much to offer, if you're just like in our case, we're learning the same thing, we can collaborate in that sense. I think it's huge. Even just talking about it, like getting together and just discussing it. Like, I think that's so important because it keeps your mind it's just out of it just keeps you going on the thing. Like, it's just, and you also meeting people through people. You're gonna meet another programmer. I might meet another programmer. Then we all link up, and you meet them, and they meet each other. Like, it's just, networking is actually really important. But I don't think it has to.
Follow your channel, man. I'm trying to like I see you're on a journey. You're in Birmingham, just like me. You know what I'm saying? You're going down the coding journey, just as me, bro. Dead ass, we're talking today, but you don't know what can happen in a year as far as we get better with our skills and we come up with something. You just never know, but networking is very important, bro. I can do it on Twitter. I have a new Twitter that I made, a couple of months ago that I've just been, literally it's all programming stuff. I have another Twitter for personal, but I have one that's literally just to connect with other programmers and stuff because networking is similar. Like, we can make projects on our own, but swear to God, if we get together with anybody, it could be living in Wisconsin. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But we could get this shit together. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it works. So I'm just constantly trying to, and I'm watching your journey, you know what I'm saying? You talk about a lot of things I like, especially with the Andrew Tate thing, because a lot of people I knew about, they just did not like Andrew Tate. But the thing about Andrew Tate is, I tell people, he's a fucking character.
Yeah.
But he's spitting facts.
He is spitting a lot of facts, and it's and like the thing is, men agree with him. So like, even if you don't like what he's saying, he's obviously resonating with people in some way. I mean, that just that says
feminism is the problem, G. It really is a problem. And even my wife, she tells her friends who are feminists, like, that's not really what you want. A lot of it's projected already. By the time we're in our 40s, bro, the singles are gonna be way insane than we've ever seen before, dog. A lot of people are not going to be married. A lot of people are not going to be,
having
together.
Kids.
There's going to be a lot of people not having kids, or if they do have kids, they're going to be growing up like how at least I did, you know what I'm saying, with single parent, whether it be mom, dad, don't fucking matter, you know what I'm saying? Just, without, you know what I'm saying? Because our generation now, bro, we don't really believe in monogamy. We don't really believe in long term. We we can barely even keep our attention spans at a month. How can you think you can sit here and be married to somebody for years? I've been married to my wife for 5 years, dog. And I'm comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I'm not thinking about my relationship or anything about it. I'm thinking about improving. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people it's very hard to put in words. It's so fucking nuanced, dog. But relationships and friendships, all this different stuff, everyone's just so fucking weird now because of the fast-paced world we live in, and a lot of people don't even like to think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If something comes up, they're gonna go straight to YouTube, watch their guy who, they trust their opinions, and they're just gonna regurgitate that shit. Like you just said, how many times do you guys really see original thoughts in a day? You know what I mean?
It's pretty
hard.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It was pretty hard for us to come up with a name for our podcast.
Which is nice. Big Gang Theory is fucking fire.
It was hard, but that's fire. We did think of it. Yeah, it took and I was like, damn, original thought really is rare.
I give credit to Magic. Magic actually thought of that. He just came out of nowhere, bro. It was good.
That's different. I like that.
We had so many different names. We had we had and
we started with the Aftermath, and then my friend Sean actually was like, hey, Aftermath is Eminem's record label. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, it is.
We can't do that. He loves to
fire though. I mean, it's literally I don't know. To me, it feels like that name is for people of like-minded, like all of us. You know what I'm saying? We all don't have to think the same things and stuff. But like I told my friend, like there's a certain level of intellect that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the smartest motherfucker in the world, dog. You don't have to know fucking everything and stuff. But just even researching, being informed, you know what I'm saying? And just constantly learning new things, especially when it comes to politics or life or just anything and stuff. I admire that in other people. You know what I'm saying? And as I listen to our podcast, I hear you guys. Although I might not agree with all opinions at all times and stuff, I know you know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't research, you don't read articles, you don't sat there and talk to other people, you don't sit there and watch whatever's going on, and you have an informed opinion. You don't really get that a lot, guys. I don't know about y'all. Like I say, I only know my life perspective, but I don't really get a lot of informed people, man. A lot of the different times, at least in my life, a lot of people look to me onto how to feel about things. And I don't like that. Because it's just like, dude, you can do the same thing I did. Google is a thing. A lot of people don't believe in Google. That's cool. But Google has a lot of information. Like, you don't have to click the first link. You really don't.
Yes, thank
you really
God.
Fucking don't. Like there's all these other links. Like really go through it and just look and read and see what is more consistent. You know what I'm saying? You could pick out the bullshit a lot easier and stuff. But it's just a lot of laziness, man. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about people and stuff. Like, you just gotta put in the work, bro. Put a lot more effort. I've seen a lot of people, at least in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to read, bro. And that's always bothered me since I was like fucking in high school when I went to Hoover in freshman year, and I realized, oh damn, I'm some fucking ghetto ass kid that came from Bessemer, and I fucking read more than these people around me. Like, and everyone's wondering why I know these weird random facts. It's like, well, I read it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You read, you gain information. Your brain is a muscle. You train that bitch. If you don't train it, what you expect? You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest with you, I feel a little differently about reading, not in a bad way, but yeah, I do think reading can be kind of similar to the internet. Like there are just as many bad books as there are like bad websites or like bad information.
Yes, but there's good books. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But
and there's also good websites. Like I think it's okay if people don't want to read, but I do think if they want to know, what I do like about books, I'll say something positive about books. It's hard to find so much experience. Like a person who's been doing, let's say, real estate for 60 years can write a book about it. And that's like so valuable because you can read one book and get 60 years of experience in a book. That's pretty hard. You can't really get that in YouTube videos a lot. You're not going to get that typically. Rarely you might.
15 minutes at the most you can get.
Right. But these books are like dense. Like they're very dense. If you find a good one, they're very dense. And honestly, I got this idea from someone else, but I kind of agree with it because it's kind of how I've lived a lot of my life anyway, even before I heard it. It was Naval again. I love Naval, I like the way he talks. He was saying that he would actually prefer to read the same books over and over again than find new books. He's like, he basically said he gets like these fundamentally important books about the fundamental things and that he's interested in, and he'll just reread them and he'll just be like, oh, okay, like I get it. Like just he really thinks it's more important to just get that solid information, that really good quality of a book instead of looking for new books. But I mean, I think books are good. I think books are great, honestly. I just know that they're not for everybody. Like I don't even like to read that much, but I learned that I do like to read if it's something that I really like. So I think there might be a book out there for everybody.
But I will say, as a black man, one of the things that was first taught to me when I was 6 years old was that if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a fucking book. Yeah. And guess what? It's shown to me all my life is that at least my people, they don't like to read at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's very true.
They don't even want to read a paragraph, my G, and that bothers me a lot because it's like, I agree with you. There are bad books. I've read them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm going to drop this because I know you're wrong, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can publish a book, you know what I'm saying? But I have learned a lot. I've been reading since I was 6 years old, and I always have a personal book that I read. And I know, at least from my experience, that it does train your brain to look at things differently. If somebody gives me instructions or reading comprehension tests or just bring anything to me, I can analyze, understand, and read it very quickly. You know what I'm saying? And I see looking at my people around me, and they're just like, they don't even want to go past the first 2-3 sentences. That bothers me.
It's a lot of a conditioning. When I was growing up I grew up around a lot of black folks and Hispanic folks, and I remember a lot of when I was growing up, a lot of it was like you were kind of shunned for trying to be the smart kid. You were like just that lame ass fucking nerd ass dude, and they pick on you, and like so obviously nobody wants to fucking read it. Like, what do you think you're smart? Like, so they they would fuck you up in a lot of different ways for just trying to be smart, for just trying to learn, or even enjoying school a little bit. So that's
I just kind of accepted it from my point of view. I was just like, man, I can be cool and still read at the damn same time, bro. Like, hey, you talk shit, well, you're fucking dumb, and just leave it at that. But I'm gonna get knowledge, bro. I don't believe every book I pick up and stuff, but it does open my mind a little bit more to, how do I put this, differentiate from other information sources that I've read. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have that open mind to pick through and figure out what's consistent, what's not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is just like now I told my friend actually yesterday, this is kind of funny we're having this conversation. I told him I'm at this point now, bro, I don't really care about other people as far as having, because like they always say, have people around you that, are doing the same things as you, you know what I'm saying, trying to further themselves. And I used to always look at the people around me and be like, hey man, read a book, you know what I'm saying, work on a skill, you know what I'm saying, do something, you know what I mean? And now at this point, I'm just like, man, fuck everybody. I just need to worry about myself and my son. Make sure he reads. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to use it as a punishment on him. Like, oh, you're in trouble. Well, you're just going to sit in this room and read this book. No, nah, man, I'm going to make it fun for him. Like it was made for me, because like I say, just reading in general, you're not going to take in every single thing that you read, but just having that basic skill. Have any of y'all ever just heard someone read out loud?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you see where I'm going, right? It's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
So, and that's just a very big problem for me, because reading is fundamental, man. I don't even give a fuck if it's English, Spanish, Italian. Reading is very fucking fundamental, man. It gets you far, man. And I just don't, at least in my community, the people around me over the past 7, 8 years, dog, no one wants to really further their mind, bro. And the brain is a muscle. You gotta kind of use that motherfucker. You train yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say it needs training.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I honestly, what you were saying earlier about like not really giving a fuck about anybody and not worrying too much about networking, I kind of reached the same point. But I still know networking's important, but I'm gonna approach it differently. And my new approach is basically, I don't have to force networking and force meeting people. What I need to do is develop the skills that bring people to me, and the certain kinds of people to me. So if I have the skills, if I have the value of somebody who is going to be running an agency, a tech agency, if I have the skills to build websites, if I have these skills that are going to help businesses, then people who own businesses are going to be attracted to me, and they're going to come to me. You know what I mean? So it's actually, what I'm starting to realize is, you don't go and build your network as much as your network emerges from the things that you do.
Yeah. Well, that's why, like I said earlier, I'm trying to connect even like with you. Like I know someone in Birmingham, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to do it as well. We both don't know everything right now.
Hell no.
But let's say we come back in January. We know a lot more than we did before. And like, we both know coding is, you'll never know just everything at once. We could just sit here in front of the computer and just throw code in. It's collaboration and research. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you will know a lot more than you did before. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe in January, hey man, let's make a website for people who want to find cheap games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We make APIs for people who just want to find cheap games, and they come to this site to, see what's the best deals all around the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got. You know what I mean? Getting ads, you know what I'm saying? Making it work. And it don't have to make us rich. No, but it goes in our portfolio. You know what I'm saying? You can show clients this shit. Or if you want to do a job at some point, you could show them that. You know what I'm saying? It's just collaboration. That's one thing I'm trying to take important to me and stuff, but it's only so much you can do on Twitter. But it's nice to meet, like you know what I'm saying? Someone I know, someone that's close to me, someone that lives in the same city. We're not trying to break through that social barrier before we get to trying to do a project. You know what I'm saying? I've known you for like almost 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk as frequently, but it's been almost 10 years.
Long time.
Yeah,
very long time.
I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm gonna be just as cool as when I saw you back then as when I saw you now. Like no amount of time is like, oh, we're not friends anymore.
Never change, baby.
Yeah.
Right. When I came in here and I saw Magic, I saw you. I'm like, it's just like when I was over at Magic. I was really no different to me. Like I still. Yeah, I might have changed as we grown as adults and stuff, but I still know who you are as a person at the basic level. And I'm like, these guys were cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't really associate myself with a lot of people. I keep a lot of people at associate level and stuff, but I do consider you guys friends. We might not talk every day, but I believe like as an adult, that really doesn't fucking matter.
No, yeah, me and Isaac for a long time weren't talking every day. We just now started talking a lot more since we've been trying to make money.
Exactly. And it didn't matter because that didn't matter. That's real friendship to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I still, when my wife or my friends ask me about Isaac, I'm like, oh yeah, I still know Isaac. I'm still cool. And we Magic, when I was to talk about Melee, I'm like, hey man, I knew this dude. He's fucking competitive as hell. He's fucking crazy. Goddamn. He was friend of my friend, bro. Dude was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to talk every fucking day, but at least when I do talk to you guys today,
yeah, hey, man. Talking to your friends every day is childish. I agree with that.
Yes.
It's and it'll feed into that whole distraction thing that we were talking about earlier. If you're just constantly trying to check on your social relationships all the time, and that's like a big problem with social media. Is like people are so obsessed with what other people think about them and how they look and how they dress and what their social presence online is, and if you're trying to be a content creator, that can be important to you, but at the same time you have to understand that like it is the internet, and most people you talk to aren't even real, so at least they're not real. Their online persona isn't who they really are.
Oh yeah.
Yes. God, it's all a lie. Yeah. It's all a lie.
But there are a lot of bots too, and a lot of people are bots, so
yes, and that's my problem. Like, no one has independent thought. Like, even with my own personal friend group I have right now, like, dog, people just literally watch whoever they like on YouTube and regurgitate that bullshit. And even, like, and the thing about me is, like, the world is so fucking nuanced, dog. You can't really be fucking 100% sure on anything, bro. Because it's so fucking nuanced on anything, bro. You gotta literally formulate your own opinions, and it might not be completely 100% right. But it's way better than just watching Joe Knows or whoever the fuck the YouTuber is and just being like, hell yeah, he said that, so that's what I'm going with, you know?
Yeah, he had a presentation, so it's real.
Yeah, the presentation was great.
This guy said he made $1 million.
Oh yeah, exactly. I should be upset about this. Fuck that guy. Like, shut the fuck up.
He had an intro.
Yeah, he had an intro. Look at them effects, man. He must be knowing what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm finna head out, guys. I'm gonna man, look, Isaac, Magic, please. I don't know if you still have my number, but you can always hit me on Discord. Let me know when you guys are on, bro. Like, seriously, I can be in here way more often than not. Like, most of the time I'm free as hell. Like, seriously, like, don't be afraid to hit me up. I will join in this bitch. Like I said, we haven't talked in years, but I honestly 100% consider you guys still my friends. I talked about y'all, even though I haven't talked to y'all in years, I still talked about other people to you guys. Like, I still consider y'all as friends, bro.
Oh yeah. You're welcome anytime. Literally anytime.
Yeah. Anytime. I be checking. Trust me. I be seeing great. Theory. I check in. I'm like, oh, no one's in. So that's why you guys don't see me. But the times when y'all do be on, I realize after I'm doing something, I'm like, oh shit. Well, let me go watch the stream and just
we really
check it out.
I really do try to make it a point to talk to Isaac on Tuesdays and try to get something recorded. Because it's a day that I'm really free. Because Monday I'm really tired because I run the tournament till midnight and I have to work at 8:30. And sometimes I just come home and sleep. But Tuesday I really try to make it a point. Saturday and Sunday I really try to make it a point.
And truthfully, I'm on like every day.
Yeah, Isaac's on every day, so I know if I hit him up, he's gonna be good. Because he really only works till noon, and
I'm here. I go to work from 3 to 12, so maybe there might be days I'm at work, but I can still sit there. I work security. I don't do much. I can still sit there and talk to you guys. Like, so I just urge you guys, just, hey man, if I'm not aware, just hit me up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll get your number off Discord. I'm gonna message you in a second.
Okay, you don't got my number no more. I can text it to you.
I don't. I went through like 5 different phones since I probably last saw you. Like,
send it to me too. Yeah, I have a new number.
I'm gonna send it to you guys.
All right, but all right, yeah, shit. That was basically a podcast right there, y'all. Shit, all right, making content like nothing, like it's bread and butter. We just be talking.
Yeah, I like y'all content, man. Like I said, y'all hit that nerve for me at least. Like what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Just well informed content, even if it's might not be 100% right or whatever. It's your own opinions. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of times it kind of aligns with what I think. A lot of times.
The way Cam put it, we're giving people brain boners.
Yeah. That's why literally I don't know if you see it on your algorithm on your screen. I even looked at YouTube. I don't know how much they updated, seeing from a content creator side your info and stuff. But I'm literally watched every stream y'all do in complete. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I appreciate that. I haven't even checked the Big Gang. That one I kind of haven't checked as much.
I've been looking at it. We're doing okay.
Yeah, not bad.
We've got 10 subs.
Hey, there you go. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm one of them, bro. I'm serious every time, but just please, I want to get in more, bro. I like talking to you guys. So just please hit me up, man. Just
absolutely, yeah, man. Like I said, I'm always free. So, even if we don't do a podcast, we can always just do some other content or just talk about some shit.
Or just chop it up.
Yeah, chop it up about some coding, especially that. That's actually the first thing I want to do.
That. Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Right,
there's oh yeah, you're good. So go ahead.
Yeah, just hit me up, and I can't wait to talk to y'all again, man.
All right, bro.
Absolutely, man. Again, anytime.
All right, y'all be safe, man.